Welcome to episode number 83 of the Penny series. Today I picked up $100, mostly bank wrapped rolls from several different banks. I'm really excited. Last episode we found an old Canadian cent, and 2 episodes ago we found our rarest coin ever, so we're on a bit of a roll right now. Anyways, if this is your first time watching the Penny series, we get circulated coins like these from banks, and we've been trying to fill up these albums over here for 82 episodes now. And as you can see, some of the albums are getting pretty full, but the older coins are a lot harder to find, so hopefully we can get some older finds, maybe even an Indian head. We have not found one of these in a while, but who knows? Get anything in these rolls. Anyways, I'm going to start on these custom wrapped rolls up front here. They didn't come with a box. Hopefully it's not something that another coin collector brought into the bank, but I'll bring you in if we find something rare. Just opened up roll 3 and looks like we have a couple dimes in this one. Let's see if there's anything else in the roll alongside these dimes. Yeah, there's Canadian right next to that one. Looks like a 74. I definitely don't think these are going to be rolls that another coin collector took back to the bank, though. So we got a couple dimes. I didn't see it. Maybe you guys did, but there was another Canadian back here as well in 1980. Our first finds are going to come on roll 7. It's a custom wrapped roll, and they're actually both right next to each other. One is a wheat cent. You can see it's a 1957 Denver, and then exactly right behind it, we have a young head from 1964. This is from Canada, and it is the most common year of the young head. They started in 1953. Roughly 15 customer wrapped rolls in, and I see a Canadian and our second wheat penny of the box. Canadian is from 1966, and I have not seen the year yet on this. It is a 1941 to Philadelphia. 2 rolls later, and we got a 1956 Denver. A little while later, and we have a pretty worn 1944 right here, as well as a Canadian in the same roll. We're finding a lot of Canadian pennies from 1981. The very next roll, and we have a 1942. I wish I had an estimate mark. The 1942S is actually the last copper wheat penny in the second wheat penny book that we need to find still, and then just the steel cents after that. We are on a roll, guys. Literally, this is the next one right now. And we have another wheat cent, a 1946. Also, I think all the wheat cents we found so far have been different years. A couple rolls later, and we got another one, a 1952 Denver. Once again, the next roll, and we have a Canadian from 72, and another wheat penny year that we have not found yet, a 1948. This is a very good custom wrapped box. Here is another 1946 and a Canadian in the back from 1985. Again, 1953D and a Canadian from 1979. All right, we finished up with box number 1. We had a lot of finds. Nothing too crazy, like no rare dates or old ones or anything, but a lot of finds. Let's move on to box number 2 now, which is completely bank wrapped rolls. Roll 2 of box 2. And here's our first wheat penny of the box. It's a 1941 Philadelphia. Roll 5, and we got the last year of the wheat penny, 1958D. And there is a Canadian back here. I saw it. Not an old one, just a 2000. We're on roll 20 now, and I decided I'm just going to go through 10 rolls at a time and see what we get out of those 10 rolls. And then I'll stop if we find anything really interesting. But here's what we had in the last 10 rolls. We had 2 1945s. And a 1950P and 1950D, as well as a 1994 Canadian cent. 10 rolls later, and we had 2 more wheat cents, a 1944 and a 1955 Denver. Well, we stopped in the middle of the rolls. We have not gone 10 rolls in, and that's because we found something pretty good, guys. We have found 1 wheat penny. It's a 1957 Denver. This is not a wheat penny, but it is going to be an addition into our Canadian albums, actually. It is just a young head, and we only need 2 of the years. I already saw the front side with the date on it. The 2 years we need are the 1953 and the 1954, and this one is going to be a first-year young head from 1953. That is an amazing find right there. That's awesome. I'm pretty sure we found 153 before I started keeping a Canadian album book, and we have not been able to find one since. So this is a great find right here. Let me just pull out the Canadian album real quick. I'm really excited that we got an addition already just in box number 2. As you can see, King George's end in 52, and they start right here. So there's the shoulder fold and no shoulder fold. It's probably just a variety. I'll have to look up what that is. I'm not sure if we have it or not, but we'll check at the end of the video. It looks like the 54 is actually very low mintage, so that one's going to be pretty hard to find. And then a lot of King Georges and King George V's, but really good find. So let's keep going. I guess I'll just go through the last 13 rolls, and I'll show you at the end what we find, unless we find something else good. In those last 13 rolls, we had 5 wheat pennies, 3 from 1950. I don't know why we're finding so many 1950s. Then a 56 and a 57D. We didn't have anything super old in that box. I think the oldest was a 41. We still have 2 more boxes to go through. Maybe we'll get something special in those next 2 boxes. Anyways, let's get started. Well, I was going to just wait till we got 10 rolls in, but what a start to the box, guys. We're going to have a pretty old one. Let me flip it over first and show you the back. It's actually not in too bad of shape for the age that it is. Not a very common one, but we do have it. And this is a 1919 Denver. So one with a mint mark in the teens, that's pretty good. It's also in pretty good shape, so it is going to be upgrading the one in our album. I just looked. 1919 Denver that we already found in the album is very worn down, but this is a cool find, our oldest of the box so far. Our oldest of the whole video, actually. Just on roll 3 of box 3 here. So, I mean, maybe that means there's more good things to come in this box, but that's a good find right there. Well, since then, we haven't found much of anything. We're halfway through the box now, and I might have jinxed it. All we have is a 50-60 and 50-70 and a couple of Canadians. Anyways, let's get started on the second half of this box. Well, it is roll 32, and we have not found anything since roll 25 other than this Canadian cent right here. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be another old one. I can kind of tell by the rim before I even laid the coins down. And I've not seen the front side yet, so let's flip it over. And yeah, it's going to be a bit of an older one. Not as old as 1919, but 1928 Philadelphia. We'll take that. 2 old coins in this box, and this will make our 4th wheat penny of the box. Kind of strange how it works, but let's see. We have about 18 or 17 rolls left to go. Oh my God, what did I just stumble upon on roll number 40, guys? This is very good. This is a very good find right here. Look at this 1934. I didn't even do like a date reveal. I already saw the year. Like this is insane. So we have not found any wheat pennies in this video so far that have any luster, anything. I think the oldest wheat penny I've ever found with like luster or any redness was a 1937, and we just found a 1934 that is in very good shape. I don't know what grade you'd give this. I'm not very fond of the grading system, but this is a beautiful coin right here, and it's an old one too. That is crazy. That is going to be an upgrade for sure in our book. I don't even want to keep touching it. So I was so surprised when I saw this. This must have just been untouched for the last like 90 years or so, but that is a very cool find. It might even have a little bit of woody texture. I can't tell, but that is definitely not something you see every day. I've never even seen any coin roll hunting YouTuber find a wheat penny this old with any luster on it. So that is definitely a keeper, guys. Let's put it to the side and keep looking through this box. This box is so weird. We've had 5 wheat pennies, and 3 of them have been old, and now we have this. So I guess let's keep going. That's a great find. That's it for box number 3. Only 5 wheat pennies, but it was really quality over quantity. They were mostly all good finds. So now let's move on to box number 4 here and see what we can find in box 4. 10 rolls into box 4, and we already have as many wheat pennies as we had in the entire last box. Couple little bit older ones too. We got a 1937 and 1939, 44, a nice 52D and a 53D, as well as 2 Canadians. Let's move on to the rest of this box. I finished up with box 4. I just went through the rest of the rolls. We didn't have anything too exciting. Our oldest find that we got was a 36 in pretty rough shape. And then mostly just stuff from the 40s and late 50s. A lot from 56 and 57 and a couple Canadians. So now let me bring you into a wrap up of the video. I'll put all the coins in chronological order. And then we'll see if we can upgrade anything or add anything into our albums, which I know that we can. Alright, welcome to the wrap up of this $100 penny hunt. It's more pennies than I usually go through. I usually go through about $50 worth. We found 43 wheat pennies, 31 Canadian pennies, and 3 dimes. I think all the dimes were in the first box. Here they are. No silver ones. That would be very rare to get a silver dime in a penny roll. But here are our older Canadians right here. We had a 1964 Young Head. And then we actually had an addition in the Canadian albums in 1953. I'll add that into the book after we're done with this. Here are all the more modern Canadians that we found after 1965. And then starting off with the wee pennies. There's our oldest, a 1919 Denver. That could be an upgrade in the album. I'm pretty sure it is. We had a 1928 and an extremely nice 1934 Philadelphia. Never seen anything like that before found. 36, 37, and 39. So quite a few old ones. And then in the 40s, here's everything we got. Not too much in the 40s. We're not even looking for too much in the 40s other than the steel cents and the 42S. And here's everything we found in the 50s. Pretty much got every year in the 50s. A really nice 52D right there. And then, of course, a lot of 56s and 57s. It's a pretty common year. And 158. All right, let's go add stuff and upgrade stuff in our books. Definitely an upgrade here. The one that we found on the left is what we found in this video. This one that we had in the book was just already a lot more worn. So that's going to be an upgrade in the 1919 Denver spot. Right there. All right. Upgraded the oldest find of the video. And this one is pretty obvious. That is definitely going to be an upgrade for the 1934. And there is that. As you can see, our oldest coin with any luster on it. The 37 has a little bit, and our 1940 has a lot. And nothing older than that has any luster. Alright, so I added in our addition, the 1953 Young Head Canadian cent. It's the first year they made the Young Head Canadian cent because that's when Queen Elizabeth entered office. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the shoulder fold variety. I watched a quick YouTube video on it, but either way, if we find another one, we'll check again for the no shoulder fold variety. But now let's go check the newer Canadian album. Alright, so we weren't able to upgrade anything else in the Canadian albums, but still, I'm glad we were able to get at least one edition in episode 83. It was a very fun $100 penny hunt. We upgraded a couple coins as well. But yeah, I'll see you all on episode number 84. Thanks for watching.